Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on this look right here using the Colourpop Main Squeeze eyeshadow palette. Now this is a palette that I bought, it feels like a million years ago. And it was recently in my mind being added to, it had been added to my eyeshadow palettes I regret buying because I bought it so long ago and this was my first time using it today. But now that I've used it, I'm glad I have. I'm glad I have it in my collection because I really liked it. I really like it. This is Colourpop's monochromatic red palette and it's got some nice shades in it. I mean, this is old now, so I'm not going to swatch it here, but this shade right here, Home Slice, it's like this satin metallic, I guess it's a metallic shade. It's what I'm wearing on my lids right now and it is so beautiful. I mean, for me, this right here is worth the price of the whole palette, if you ask me. It's nice, it's bright, it's vibrant, it's really beautiful. So if you would like to see how I achieved this look today using my Colourpop Main Squeeze palette, then keep on watching. Starting off with the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Cool Tan. And I'm going to blend that out with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. This is what I'm going to use as my base for these eyeshadows. Now I'm taking my NYX Blame It On Midnight eyeshadow and my Wayne Goss number 16 brush, and I'm going to use this as my underbrow highlight, and I'm also going to set that concealer from my brow to the crease, and this shade is also going to serve as my transition shade. Now I'm going into the Main Squeeze palette and I'm taking that shade Frosé with my NYX Cosmetics number 16 brush. And I went in lightly at first because I thought this was going to be really like bright because it seemed really deep in the palette, but it's a much more subtle shade than what it looks in the palette. So I went in the palette multiple times to build up this shadow, but it is just very, very, very subtle. And I think that Blame It On Midnight shade also probably helped tone it down a bit. Now I'm taking red bottoms and a Sonia Kashuk blending brush, and I'm going to tap that into my outer V area, and I'm going to go again into the palette multiple times to build up that color to the depth that I want it to be before blending it up into the crease. And as you can see, this shade is very pigmented, very dark and deep, which I love. And it's not that it's patchy because I see that I have that dark patch right there on my lid. It's that I have discoloration on that outer area of my lid on this eye. So it's got nothing to do with the shadow. It's just my skin. So you want to blend. I'm using circular motions in that outer V area and in the crease and back and forth in the crease to blend out this shade. And then I'm going to go back in with that NYX and that Frosé shade and make sure I blend out the edge of that dark shadow and also right there in the inner corner of the crease because I don't want it to be naked up there. I want to have color all the way across the eye. Going back into the palette, and now I'm going to take Home Slice on a damp Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush, and I'm sorry I'm out of focus here, but this shade is so beautiful. It's got a little shimmer in it, but I think it's more of a satin shade, and it's just so bright and so vibrant and so beautiful. So I'm just making sure I'm packing that all across the lid, and I'm also bringing it up into my crease because that's what I like to do with my lid shades. Because I have a hooded eye, I want to be able to see that lid shade when my eye is open. So I bring it up high into the crease. And now back in with that dark red bottom shade to make sure we don't lose any of that intensity after all of that stamping and building of that lid shade, and making sure that I blend it into the lid shade. You want to have a seamless blend. And then back in with that NYX 16 brush. First, just blending the edges of the dark shade because you don't want any harsh edges. And then going in with some more eyeshadow on the brush and blending out and make sure that, you know, I didn't lose any of that intensity on the inner corner of my eye. And now just whatever little tiny fallout I had, I'm cleaning it up. And back in with that Wayne Goss 16 brush and that Blame It on Midnight and just blending out the edges of those crease shadows. We want a seamless blend. And now I'm taking the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner, and this is in the shade Venus, and it's red, and it's just so gorgeous. I'm putting this in my waterline, and I'm going to drag it onto my lash line, my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take my Makeup Geek pencil brush and that same dark red shade, that red bottom shade, and I'm just going to blend out that red liner. And I'm going to take this all the way across my lower lash line. And that red is just the perfect red. It just matches these reds so perfectly. Loving it! And now I'm going into my Faced Razzle Dazzle palette, and I'm taking the shade Razzle and that same pencil brush, and I'm using this shade Dry, and it's going to serve as my inner corner highlight. And because it's dry, I had to go back in multiple times to build it up to get it to show up the way I wanted it to. But I didn't use it wet because I didn't want it to take over the look. I wanted these red shadows to be the star. And this is the final look. I used the lashes in a box number 10, and I just tight lined with a black gel liner. And that's it. Very simple but dramatic look. Let me know in the comments below which Colourpop monochromatic palette is your favorite. I think that, I don't know, I have the pink one, the purple one, I have this one, the red one, and I don't know, this one thus far might be my favorite. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. If you like this video, then please go ahead and give it a like and consider subscribing because I do tutorials along with makeup hauls, swatches, and reviews here on my channel every week. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.